Royal Palm Beach Strikers soccer board meeting for the month of September 2021. All rise for the pledge. That's Sean's thing.
That is.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, that was weird. All righty, call to order, 6:30 p.m. Vanessa Donadio,
Here.
Amy Santiago,
Here.
Amanda Lamb,
Here.
Village Liaison Brandon Pendergrass is also with us. Missing tonight are board members Corinne Corbacero, Fernando Casal, and David Corson. Shinoy Ragaraj, our referee assigner, and our registrar. I'm not sure if he's going to be here or not tonight. Regardless, the reading and approval of the previous month's minutes. We are going to pass that along until next month, where we will do the reading and the approval at next month's meeting. We've been unable to take a look at it yet without Corinne being here, who is the secretary. Treasurer's report for the recreation portion.
Okay, so for the month of August, the checking account started with $33,467.71, ended with $50,043.67. The savings started at $10,667.96, ended with $10,668.41.
For the treasurer's report, checking ended in $50,043.67 for the rec program. Savings ended in $10,668.41.
Second. Alrighty, we will approve and accept the treasurer's report for the recreation program for August 2021. DOC report and the president's report. We're just going to say that the fall season is currently underway. It has started off very well with regards to numbers. It seems like it just keeps getting better number-wise. A couple of snags, which we'll discuss in a little bit, due to COVID-related issues. Other than that, everything has been fine, and that's it. Again, registrar referee report. We're going to have to bypass that without Shinoy being here. Any open comments for membership regarding the recreation program? Alrighty, moving along. Unfinished business. Sean, if you'd like to step up. Regarding uniform status, if you just give us a quick update, anything that you may know or not know.
Nothing. I just checked my email, and normally I get a email a couple days out from UPS. Delivery's coming to my house, and I just checked 2 minutes ago and nothing. So if I don't hear anything by Thursday, I'll email the club again, and I'll do the blue and white thing. I'll divide them up, and we'll do that again. That worked pretty well.
That actually worked out really nice.
So that worked out. But, yeah, just with their backup. The email, I just did another order this week, and she sent an automatic reply, Jackie, the one I work with out in California, and it said production's 14 days okay, it was August 23rd, and I believe today's the 21st of September. And with 3 days on a truck, that's not 14 days, so I don't,
Well, my disappointment is that, why didn't they, if there was such an issue, why weren't they letting people know when the orders were being submitted that there could be an issue or that there was an issue?
Right, I got a call on Wednesday, the day they were due. at 5 o'clock on Wednesday. Now, they should have been in a truck 3 days before that. They should have been trucked out of California on Friday, actually, probably, to get to my house. And nothing until Thursday. I don't know. I can't explain, And they've been really good. We've dealt with them almost. I mean, I've done uniforms, I think, 10 seasons now. And one time we went to a different company and we went right back to SCORE because they were so good.
All right.
I just think it's the pandemic. I know I talk to other people in business and they say the same thing. They can't get parts. They can't.
Well, they had personally called me apologizing and trying to explain that they were making calls to several clubs for the with the same news.
I don't know if you saw the
I-
email.
I-
I canceled Pitcher Day or postponed Pitcher Day.
All right.
Payne from Visual Image responded back. He understands, and everybody's having the same problem. And then period. I mean everybody. So.
Okay. All right.
But are they going to offer some kind of a discount?
Well, actually, they never really promised me a delivery date.
You just
know,
said,
I said
"I
I,
want
need
it
them
by
by
this
these
day."
this date, and I've always typically I give them 3 weeks. That was the turnaround time we always talked about. And this year I gave them almost 4.
Right.
So,
I mean, Sean actually submitted it early. If they knew they were having issues, they should have contacted the regular customer saying, "Hey, we may need your orders earlier because of certain issues that we're having or not having." That is yeah, we'll have to talk with them because I think something needs to be done for the club. And, you think about it, people are paying for uniforms for an entire season. They're going to get it, halfway through the season? It's almost like they're going to feel like they didn't get their money's worth for the uniforms. Yeah, it makes us look bad. I mean, we're the ones taking the hit while they're, it is what we'll take care of it. Closer? Oh, okay. Oh.
well, that was loud. Well, Amanda, didn't you tell me that one of the competitive teams you're playing against didn't have uniforms? And
What club? If you don't mind pointing?
yeah, and competitive isn't going through SCORE.
No.
Yeah, no,
It's
no.
it's
You know what I mean?
across.
So
Yeah,
it's,
yeah, yeah.
it's across the board.
Yeah, I literally had to put my order in 2 months early just to try to get it by
Yeah.
August. And now with the new players, everything is still back ordered into December.
Yeah, I mean, typically Adidas, there's like a back order with it. The fact that you pulled that, I don't even want to know how. All I know is we had it. I mean, we had them the first week of August, which is crazy.
I got one, and it's a parent I knew for a long time, and he goes, "Is it too soon to say anything?" And I said, "Nobody said a word until now." And he was kind of joking around with me, But so yeah, everybody was really good about it. I think they understand. And Pitcher Day is rescheduled for Sunday, October 10th. So we're gonna need to. Can you get the gate?
Yeah, I get it unlocked.
The gate for the 10th, and it's gonna be the afternoon. We're not starting until noon with the games, and I already adjusted that Sunday schedule.
I was just going to ask you to get
pictures.
ready. Okay.
I'll have to send an email to the parents saying that day is pitcher.
And October 10th, that's an open date.
No, that's our Sunday we had scheduled.
No.
You mean for the Buffalo Bills? Yes, there's no Bills
All
game
right,
that
I just want,
I don't know how that worked
Just
out.
wanted to
Al.
make sure.
You know what? It's funny. We're playing again on the 24th, and the Bills aren't playing that day yet.
That's so weird how that works out.
I had to work around that schedule too.
Oh, that's right. He has it worse than you, bud, just so you know.
I didn't do that for him. I did that for me.
All right. Well, thanks, Sean.
Okay.
I know you're on top of all that stuff.
All right.
Moving forward, the Got Sport platform. Still learning how to use this. Again, I'm pretty good with this stuff. Normally, I just go around playing on it and trying to teach myself and that. But it's just so different from the previous version. That there's a lot of basic things that I'm kind of struggling with. So at some point prior to spring season, because the old system will be down, so I'm not going to be able to like create teams and all that stuff the way that we normally do it. We're all going to have to get together maybe and have like a little sit down with one another and just kind of go over how to do things, just so we kind of all know like how to operate things. And that would include probably our scheduler over there, just because it's going to be different for the spring season. Um,
Are the rec teams actually in the new platform?
no,
Right?
no.
I didn't think so.
Mm-mm. And what Shinoy had explained to me that was that he was going to wait until after the season before he migrates everybody over into the new system, into the new platform. We'll see. I mean, creating the teams, boy. I mean, I've mastered it. I've got it down to a science, and it takes so long. I can only imagine what this is going to be like now. So that's why I'm starting to stress out a little bit about it. New business, referee assignments. We've kind of discussed this amongst each other and via the group messaging and all that. The manner in which the referees for the recreation program are compensated for their services. Previously they were paid in cash on the day of their games. Then after COVID, we went to some type of an online payment system where the club would send a check to our referee assigner, and then our referee assigner would distribute the funds to each of the referees that were assigned for the game. This for the first week, we reverted back to paying individually on the day of the game, but as of this coming week, we will be reverting back to the COVID way, so to speak, where everything gets done on the little payment site, and I'm just so everybody's aware, that's how we're gonna go back to doing it. It's easier for us probably. It's easier for us. It also gives the referee assigner a little bit more control as to who gets what in that. But yeah, I think it was nice, like not having to like hand out envelopes, and it's just one less thing we have to do on a Saturday, which is nice. Additionally, this past Sunday, for all of us were out there, it's the weather's not even fun anymore. It's so hot. Uh, it seems like every year it gets worse. It's to a point where like you start wondering like how are these people even moving out there? Maybe because I'm getting older and I'm out of shape. Like I can't hack it or something. But if I have a game at 9 in the morning, I had a game at 9 in the morning on Sunday. We get there at 8:15. By 8:30, I mean I was drenched, and it's not like I'm running late. I'm standing there. It's like I'm thinking I should have eaten that pack of Oreos last night. I don't know, what it, what. But what I had suggested to the referees on Saturday for the rec games, just watching the kids out there and just feeling how brutally hot it was to either extend the water breaks for each game, or to even give 2 water breaks per half to the kids. And I actually, for the rec, I actually like the 2 water breaks per half. For the competitive, I actually think a longer water break as opposed to 2 is more appropriate for that. So we'll continue doing that, I guess, as long as we still live in hell.
Florida.
Florida, that's what I meant, Florida. Um, so, yeah, boy, it's hot out there. For practice cancellations, and this is a fresh topic because of yesterday. I really try to do the right thing when canceling practices. Just try to take into consideration so many things and the conditions of the field and the safety of the kids and you name it. And and apparently the Weather Channel's radar system let me down yesterday. Probably the nicest evening of the year thus far to have practice on, and I went ahead and canceled it even earlier than normal. Um, Today, of course, is more warranted because of the amount of rain that fell throughout the day. So it's not even so much a weather thing as it is a field thing with a lot of water on the fields. Um, but just wanted to say sometimes mistakes are made. In that instance, a mistake was made for yesterday. Spring season. Right now, we are looking at tentatively looking at practice starting on Monday, February 21st, with the game starting Saturday, March 5th. That's what it would be on a normal thing. And the way that I figured that out was we normally start practicing on President's Day. And that's what day President's Day falls upon. What we may do, though, this season, and a lot of it's going to depend on, with the village, working with the village for the field maintenance program and, some things that they're suggesting. We may actually even be starting the season earlier so that it ends earlier so that it could be shut down longer.
But
Is
also, don't forget you want to have the tournament.
Yeah. Yeah.
So don't forget to put that in there. Even starting early would be better because they like the later date.
Alrighty. So we'll
Usually the beginning of May they like.
the beginning of May because we're wanting
That's
to
typically been the tournament, the first weekend of May. We usually take off, go to then take the weekend off and then start our rec playoffs afterwards.
that might still work because we'd still be 4 weeks ahead of our normal schedule. So that would still
Okay, we'll
work.
have to look at the dates.
Because we normally finish right before Memorial Day, anyways.
Oh, yeah.
So this would be 3 to 4 weeks earlier if we do decide to do something like that with you guys, based on what we were talking about. Possibly pushing it up, and to see, we'll sit down with you guys again and see what you had in mind. I know they, when we all met last week, we were talking possibly doing something like that for just for the program that needed to be done on the fields.
Yeah, once we get done with the fall, we can sit down now and kind of really look at the timeline, or even towards the end of the fall season, once you know like that definite end date, and then we can start kind of looking at that
All right.
based off of what we talked about before.
The only concern that I'm gonna have with shutting down early is just the tryouts for the competitive, and a lot of that's gonna depend on how much of Seminole are we gonna be able to utilize. Because obviously, if it's a one field thing, we can't have tryouts at all then.
Yeah.
So we're probably gonna need the 3 going across by the road.
Yeah, if we once we set a date and get a good date, then we can kind of work on clearing things out and make sure that we have fields.
Right.
But yeah, as long as we get enough time, we can make it happen.
All right.
Oh, thank you. Okay, can you hear me now? So I was just wondering, can we offer the field on Friday night to any of the rec teams? Only because I did hear
I've been doing that.
one of the things I saw it on the competitive, just on the rec side, because I heard a lot of parents this weekend. Well, we only got one practice in before this game, so
Yeah,
I think it.
I've got now. Take that one call that you got and multiply that by
I'm
about
sure.
50.
Right, right.
And all the coaches
Right,
are
I'm sure
pretty
they
much
are.
saying, hey, is there any way we can try to squeeze in here or there? So what I've been saying between Monday and Thursday, absolutely not. However, Friday, there should be some space over there on Friday. On Fridays, yeah. Well, I know at least one field's going to be taken on Friday night. We'll be playing a competitive game, so
Right.
one of the fields will be taken. But definitely Friday's an option for any of the competitive teams and for any of the rec teams also. That's it. 6:48. Vanessa, if you would like to make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn the recreation portion of the meeting
At 6:58
at 6:58.
or
48.
48. I'm sorry.
I'll second.
Alrighty, we are approved. Recreation portion of the meeting is adjourned. Call to order the competitive portion of the meeting at 6:48 p.m. President's report. All of our teams are in full swing of games, with the exception of one of them. That would be our U14 girls team, and I believe up until like just last week or this weekend, we finally have a full roster with that team. And we possibly have the addition, even one more person that contacted me yesterday or 2 days ago that I had doing it. And then today I got a U12 boys. I got a phone call. Some people from Peru moved over here. They're looking to play competitive. So I forwarded his information, or I forwarded to him, coach and manager of the U12 boys team, so that he can contact them and come out and they can take a look at them. So some of our teams are playing in either one or both of the local leagues, the Palm Beach Soccer League and the South Florida United League. Not too shabby of a start. Some surprising things. Actually, the girls teams are actually doing incredibly well, which a little surprised. The first group of first year, where they're playing against teams that have been together. So, well, maybe not in that case, but I know that the 12 girls won very big. The 10 girls won very big the other day. And the boys teams, it's back and forth a little bit. So hopefully we can kind of build on the first weekend of play, and we can continue progressing with the kids and with the teams. Open comments from membership. Oh no, that's a little premature. Sorry. Treasurer's report.
Okay, so for August, the competitive checking started with $120,780.88. It ended with $125,850.76. The savings started at $10,026.24, ended with $10,026.67. The stipend account started at $1,400, ended with $10,000.
The competitive checking account ended with $125,850.76. The competitive savings account ended with $10,026.67, and the stipend account has ended with $10,000 for the competitive portion.
I second.
Alrighty, the treasurer's report for the competitive program will be accepted and approved. And now we can go over to open comments for membership. Can you just lean over? I think somebody behind you there, Sean. Oh no, never mind. I thought their hand was up. All right. Alrighty. Unfinished business. Nothing new on the unfinished business list. That's just a reminder that I keep on there, just so we stay focused and did as wonderful of a job as we did last season with regards to collections and timely payments for everybody. Referee assignments, again, especially for the competitive program. Not that we expect less from the recreation program, but we expect even more so for the competitive program. Uh, we want experienced, quality referees that exhibit professionalism to the best of their abilities. Whether we want to admit it or not, the quality and the professionalism of the referees that do our games actually is a reflection on our club. You see shoddy, and that's with an O. You see shoddy referees. Again, that just makes the club look low class and unprofessional. So hopefully we, for the duration of the season, we experience all of those good things. New business. I was hoping Fernando was here because unless he already spoke with you, Brandon, about did we want a U12 or a U10 field?
No,
in
still
Zone
haven't heard
D?
anything.
Still nothing.
No.
All right. And not only do we have to figure out what size we're going to be needing to be put in there, but I want the village to have as much time as possible. I don't want it to be like a last minute thing. Hey, we need this next weekend.
Okay.
Kind of thing. So I just want to be able to give you guys a heads up so that you guys can plan accordingly too.
Okay.
All right. This is actually going out not only just to the coaches and managers, but anybody in our competitive program. And I know Amanda does it quite a bit, and I know that's pretty much all I do on Saturdays. Our recreation program is an awesome resource for us to be able to select kids from for our competitive program. And what we need to do is we need to really make it a point to identify or evaluate and identify kids in the rec program, and then let me know if there's somebody that you feel could be playing at the next level. Also, spreading information about the competitive program. So in the event you do identify a possible competitive player candidate, maybe going over to the parents, just kind of like saying, hey, this is what the competitive program is, this is what we do, how we do it, and what we can do in return is maybe, offer that child an opportunity to play as a guest player with the competitive team, game or two. This way they kind of get a taste of the competitive atmosphere and the skill level and the competitiveness, while at the same time the coach and the team could do and feel the same about the player that's guest playing. So it's a win-win for both sides. I don't think we do that enough, and I know I'm already I've already been identifying and then trying to I've been evaluating and identifying some of the younger boys in our U8 age group in rec, so that we can possibly put together another U9 team for next season, or even be able to provide some additional guest players for our existing U9 team. So, does anybody have anything else to add, or Brandon, anything from the village?
Just one thing with the fields that was brought up about getting field number signs
Yes.
to put on them.
Mm-hmm.
That way, because I know we had the when I go out there, I know is it the concession stand?
Mhm.
You have the sheets with the fields numbered, but out on the field we don't have anything kind of numbering them. So it was brought up to think about getting some field number signs. That way we can have the fields numbered as people come out there.
All right.
But other than that, that's all I have to add right now.
And with the field number there, are you saying the village wants to put the signs up, or you guys want us to put the signs up?
No, so they wanted you all something you all to think about putting out there.
to make it easier to identify.
Yeah,
we
to
have,
identify as people come out.
we can do it. I'd just like to get something more permanent, like instead of just a sign, because the signs get pulled out of the ground and thrown all over. Yep, Sean, come on up. Just can't get rid of them.
We had those signs
Uh-huh.
and they got destroyed.
They did.
Yeah, we had a whole set of them with our logo on them, field 1 through 8, and they're gone. They didn't last the season.
Okay.
So I don't know who,
Wire stakes,
Yeah, like-
sort of.
like the political signs. They were on the plastic with the wire,
Oh yeah, and
and they were trashed.
He- here's-
I don't know what happened.
Here's my thought on this, and it's better than nothing, and I think this would last longer. But next to, the fencing by Cypress Trails, the school, we can put one on the fence there, field 1, one there, field 2. I mean, it's close enough. It gives people an idea. You know what I mean? But then that's the netting. I wouldn't recommend that because we're moving stuff around, and then just the constant shooting at the goals, they're eventually going to get tore down, ripped up. That would be. I think that would be.
You have to repaint them. all the
Yeah,
time.
they're not going to be cool with that.
Well, I know it's kind of a pain, but the thing that I'm thinking is when we have tournaments and we're changing the fields around, it would be easy to do. You know, like, I mean, I know it's, and it would only be for the bigger tournaments that we would need it. You know, like when we're doing Palm Beach, or like the, even when we just do the championships, at our field. I feel like at least that would, that would be a one-off. So it's not all the time, but then at least it's something. And you can just choose one location on each of the fields, like say the northern side of the, goal, wherever the goal is, or the northern, whatever it is.
I feel like you have to kind of be on top of it though to see it. You're not going to see it
Yeah.
from a distance is the problem.
But if somebody's visiting and they know where to look, at least they have an idea of what the is.
Well, like when we've been to one of those tournaments, they have a layout of the field, like right as you enter the fields, like right near concession or something, right when you come in, and then it has your little layout with all the fields marked, so then they can.
Yeah, you can put in like plexiglass or whatever, and then just put it up. Or laminate it, exactly. I can laminate it.
Me too. I just bought my new one.
All right, however, just want to do
We
it.
could always do that, just laminate signs, and we can actually
Nice big
tie them-
colored and
yeah, tie them to like the wooden fence, like right by the parking lot.
Well, that's what I said is by the fencing. I've always said, you put something on the little wood ones, for that, and then on the far side you've got fencing all along that other back side. So you'd be able to say 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 along that back fence,
Mm-hmm.
and then
the
the
corral
other
fence
one
over here.
would be 4, 6 and 8,
Yeah, 468.
4, 6 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way to do it.
On the corral fence, you can put it on there. Yeah, I do like at a 5 mil.
Yeah,
You get it.
and just do cardstock, so it's
Yeah, that's how I do the cards, all the player passes.
You know how we do the banners, like that material, and something small, possibly. I don't
Just
know
a
if
big
they make-
number, just a huge number.
Yeah.
You can
So
get
then
that
it's
done at
almost like
Office
a
Depot or
flag.
anywhere.
Well,
you know,
I mean,
I don't
we're
know.
on the right thing. I think on the fencing though would be the way to do it. It's just a matter of like what to use though. But
Yeah.
I
But
agree
yeah,
with
it's
that.
just a like I said, something that was
All
that we
right.
talked about and was brought up. So just wanted to
All
bring
right.
it to you all and
I don't even think that it needs to be like I don't know that it necessarily needs to be there for rec because most of the kids they go to their one field and that's it. But it's for those competitive games when you have visiting teams or or we have the tournament and everybody's like, well, where am I going?
If you do it in that vinyl sign
Plus,
that
plus
she's
it's nice
talking
where
about,
everybody
you can do it with
kind of
rope.
drilling it in everybody's head so they understand what the field layout is, anyways.
What's going on with the nets behind the goals?
it's a
It's underneath.
no, it's still one of those things, still kind of in limbo. It was being talked about, but nothing
Name of it?
nothing definite is it's been figured with it. Adding the beams. I know we tried to figure out how much extra netting we had, and how much the beams will cost. So right now I know it's still in that kind of process of trying to figure out cost wise what it can be and if it's possible.
I was
Because they had
thinking-
the post before, that would be on the outside of, was that field one?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the far side.
Yeah, and those are all, I mean, those have all been taken down or fell down or crashed out. So the kind of framework is around there, but they're just right now is looking to see, how much it's going to cost and if we'll be able to kind of resurrect that whole netting going around.
Well, it wouldn't be actually like the whole net going around the whole field. It's just really on each end, like what Vero Beach does it. They actually have 3 pipes. It could be PVC even if you want to go cheap. And then the netting hooks up from the one end to the middle one and then to the other middle one and drapes so that it covers it going into the woods.
Into it. Okay.
And it's probably, I
So
would
we
say,
only-
how
we
high
we
would
only
it be?
need it
6
in-
pipes, one
Yeah.
on each side.
And we only would
would
need
drape
it on the
across the
2
back.
fields, really.
That's
I
the
mean,
only one it would be the number 1 and number 2
Number
field.
1,
Two-
number 2
just the
at
two
the
big ones.
end of it. You wouldn't even need it on the
You don't
far
need it on the
side.
sides. It's just from one goal to the other goal on both
On-
sides. For the school side, it doesn't go over there, so they don't have to jump the fence. And then for the wooded side,
But if we are trying to cut costs, doing it just on the tree side,
The wooded
behind
side.
the goals would be sufficient enough.
Okay. No, I'll definitely bring it back up and see where we are with it and see if we can get the ball moving on that.
Or just some bricks back there, a big wall.
Any, anything to stop them from going out there.
it's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It may
don't,
be, it might be
I
better
don't want.
than-
I don't want to get into putting up a wall. I mean, that would.
just for like even like for lightning purposes. It doesn't have to be metal piping. That would mean it could be PVC, which is cheap, and you can get a real big thickness.
Mhm.
To where all you gotta do is just dig the hole down, cement it, pipe PVC pipe way high.
Well, what would be a height, feet wise, that you all would think?
It would have to be at least 15 feet.
Well, the goal. We figure the goal is 8 feet.
That was Vicente. That was some of the kids. Yes.
Well, it's a distance away, so if you go, no, that I'm just trying to think. 10 is like the goal is 8. And you're pushing it back. Yeah, I'd say like 12. See, I'm thinking like 12 to 15 myself.
Yeah, but that's, I just want to get a.
If Vicente was doing it.
No, I just want to get a baseline, so I know when we're talking about it.
Oh, you know what? That's not true though. What we're saying, because it isn't. Just
Yeah,
1 and
it
2.
was
I'm sorry, I was thinking it was the other side. Just on the one side of 1 and on the one side of field 2.
Okay, 15. We're looking at 15 feet. All right.
And they actually, like at Vero, they do it, 2 full fields, and that's why they have the 3 piping, because the middle one is actually holding between the 2, like the middle
Mhm.
pipe. So it's starting at the one end of the one field, it drapes over, pipe will be in the middle of the next field, and then drapes over, and then the end of the next field.
To the next one. Okay.
That seems to work fine too. Alrighty. Anybody else? Amy? Vanessa?
I'm just going to start selling the pink shirts to the club, the competitive program, for
Okay.
breast cancer awareness. So I've already started that order form and all that. So,
And that will be separate from the.
yes, from the store.
Yeah.
This is straight from us, the club, as I did last year.
All right.
So they have their choices, and the managers are getting that ready.
All right. Good. Sean, anything?
No, I work miracles, remember? like those pennies.
Oh, all right. All right. Amanda had suggested for the managers and or coaches to be able to access Fernando's field scheduling so that when they are talking to other clubs with what is available for a game, they kind of can get an idea of what's available as opposed to saying, let me check and see, and then have
Get
them,
back with you.
we'll get back to you.
Just a view only, like everybody would only have view only access.
Mhm.
But I just feel like it would cut down on the back and forth.
That
And
does, yes.
obviously, everybody has to understand that just because you see an open space doesn't mean that you're guaranteed that space.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, because things change constantly. Yeah.
but at least you have a better idea, and you can have, oh, okay, yeah, I see 2 o'clock on Friday is good. We can go.
Also, I'm going to start sending out, now that we're in full force of the game started and everything, I'm going to start sending out the notices to recreation programs so they can come and see competitive.
Come and watch the games,
Yeah, when we have home games.
maybe just for the good teams.
Yes, not for U19 at this moment.
Oh, they'll be all right. So that's my high school team. That's what's killing me.
Good luck.
Coming to our team practice on
All right. And they're in rec right now?
One of them is, 2 of them are in rec.
All right.
The third one, she said she was going to do it. They bowed out. She said, I want to finish the rec. I said, oh, I've always thought you would finish rec. I said, I just wanted you to come and check it out. She says, oh, I want to still, have the experience of rec. And I said, okay, that's fine. Whenever you're ready, just come let me know. And once
Yeah,
Mark
right
was
at
full,
the end of the season,
You can offer her to guest play,
I did. Yeah.
and she could still do rec. Rec comes first with guest playing. So if they have a game that day, they have to play that game in order to be able to play competitive. Yeah. Tournament too.
Well, I forget there was there's a guy that's helping coach one of our rec teams. His son is on a U. That would be for Dave, not for you. He's there's his daughter, I believe, just got added to the 14s, but he has a son also. He was playing goalkeeper in the 10s and something. You might want to consider that, yeah. Alrighty, anything else? Alrighty, 7-Eleven. I'm just, he usually just does it.
Sorry, man, what to do? Motion to John. Motion to adjourn the competitive part of the program for the meeting at 7:11 p.m.
I'll second.
Alrighty, we are adjourned.